Phoenix casting another game for r/Dota 2 caster this time around. For somebody I've never spoken to or casted for before, it will be a man by the name of FrozenRaider, who's requested this cast pretty recently, so we'll get along with it. But before I do go through the draft quickly, guys, if you do want to support me in any sense, consider following the Twitch stream, consider following me at Twitter or on Twitter at MLP Dota, which is in the Twitch stream description at the bottom, or subscribe on YouTube. Otherwise, if you don't like me, just provide some criticism and I'll endeavor to fix it as soon as possible. But apart from that, guys, let's get this game underway. So we see a Bristol back being played by Justin Truday. I'm going to call him Justin. We see Zach Von Hayden playing Viper, who's going to be called Zach for this game. See Desiree Potato, who's going to be called Potato, playing the Bane. See Positive Gamer, that's nice to hear, being played by our support VS. And 101's playing the carry Slark. Now on the Dire side, we have Smiley Face, I suppose. We're gonna call him Lion because it's a lion. We have Water playing the Chaos Knight. Actually, there is a bit of action going on, so we better just stop there. It looks like Rue found himself Zach. And we have Rue playing the Magnus. We also have the man himself, FrozenRaider, playing the Beastmaster, offlane Beastmaster, and in mid we have Tango playing that mid OD. So without further ado, we'll get along with the game, and we're just gonna wait for everyone to get their respective bounty runes. Nobody's gonna try and contest. And I was just gonna say it's a bit interesting because we got a Magnus, but it looks like it's a jungle Magnus. So he's got the Iron Talon. Got a set of Tangos, and I suppose because they have two offlaners, they're just going to put the Magnus in jungle, even though the Beastmaster's generally the more popular jungle if you're going to have one. Like, you'd think the Magnus would be the one in the offlane, just because the Shockwave makes it really easy to get farmed from a long distance. But I suppose not. I mean, look, we'll find out how it works. I'm sure it'll work out great. Regardless, we'll have a look at these laning stages. We see Bristol and a Bane on the offlane for the Radiant, so it's a dual offlane. And I think the Bristol Bane combo is very strong. So I believe in any sense they should be able to win this lane at the top lane. Mid lane we have an OD up against Viper. I mean, look, nothing's good or fun against the Viper, but OD is probably the strongest mid laner you can have because of that Astral Imprisonment that he can constantly spam. And bot lane, we've got 101 and Positive Gamer being the Slark and the VS on the safe lane. And you can already see FrozenRaider, he's just let go of that lane. There's absolutely no point staying there. In fact, mid lane, looks like Tango is going to go up against Zach. Zach is going to be really careful here. In fact, he actually takes out Tango. And I suppose that corrosive skin helped him out quite a bit because it slowed the attack down quite a bit. And the OD really are overextending a bit. Not realizing how fast a Viper can take you out if he needs to. And he does do so pretty easily, apparently. He just walks away with his life as well. So that's first blood going to the way of the Radiant. It really looks like this Slark is going to have a very easy time at bot. The creeps are constantly going to be at his tower. Seems to have no trouble last hitting either, which is always a positive when you're carrying. And makes a pounce attempt, misses it, but he can still get a few hits off from FrozenRaider. That being said, though, he hasn't gone for the quick early level in Essence Shift. Now the stun comes out, but it's too late. Meanwhile, top lane, looks like Bane's in trouble, and he's dove the tower. I'm not sure what he was chasing, but he did commit to it and died, unfortunately. Now Justin, he's going to cop a bit of damage. In fact, Lion's going to be the one in trouble. He's going to turn straight around, but he doesn't have enough mana. He has the Mango if need be, and he'll use it, and I think he should be able to get the kill here pretty easily. The stun comes out from Water, but it won't be enough. In fact, the Chaos Rift is there, but no hit. And that's slightly unfortunate. If he got the hit off, he may have been able to make some kind of chase happen. Now he's back in trouble because Potato's back up at top. But Rue's here. He's going to look for the last hit. He misses the skewer, and he's going to decide it's not worth going any further. In fact, bot lane, we see Positive Gamer. He got the kill onto FrozenRaider on the Beastmaster, so another kill given the way of the Radiant. And this is the kind of lineup you don't want to give too many kills away early. Because you've got a Slark, you've got a Bristleback, you've got a Viper. They're all going to snowball really fast. And they're those kind of heroes where you give them a couple kills and a bit of farm, and next thing you know, they're knocking on your base's door. taking your tier 3 towers out and maybe the racks afterwards 20 minutes in. So you've got to be slightly careful with this kind of draft. You can see the Dire, they have a very greedy style draft, a lot of cores. In fact, there's 4 cores pretty much. And Lion, who's not the greediest of supports, but definitely not the most selfless either. You can see Rue actually, he had to go back because he went so low on HP. His jungle isn't going very well at all. And in fact, they're chasing up the Lion. There's a beautiful stun from Water, I should say. And Water, he's actually very low HP himself. He has those quill stacks. And there were 4, now down to 3. But if he copped one more, it would have been pretty much one hit away. Which the Bane probably could have taken care of. Luckily for him, he just walks it off. But as I said, this top lane is going to struggle a lot. With a Bristleback and a Bane, you're going to have no chance of winning that lane. And Lion is doing the right thing by draining that mana from the Bristleback. But it's still not enough. Meanwhile, bot lane, we can see FrozenRaider on the Beastmaster. Landing himself in trouble again, unfortunately. And it's a very hard lane to be up against when you're on a Beastmaster. Against the Slark VS, you've got a guaranteed stun. And then with that stun, you've got the pounce. And once that's latched, I mean, there's not much a Beastmaster can do to get out of the situation. See Zac, he's come up for a rotation. He's going to find Lion, and Lion will get taken down. Potato makes sure the heal does enough damage. Now Water, he's in a bit of trouble. Makes the Chaos Rift happen. Again, no hit, unfortunately, though. Gets a stun off on Bristol, so we get at least a kill in return. But it's still a 2-for-1 trade. And at the end of the day, they lost their safe lane carry on the Dire end. So it's definitely not the trade that they want. But he did the best he could in that situation and at least got the Bristol back. You can see FrozenRaider, he's really transitioned to the jungle now. I doubt he'll go back to the off lane unless the creeps are hitting his tower. In which case he can get some safe XP and maybe a few last hits. But there is really no need for him to go back into the lane. Because he will just be feeding kills to a Slark VS lane. In fact, Rue, probably lucky that the Viper didn't really spot him out there. Lion, he's going to be caught out now. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get away. There's a big stun though and a Chaos Rift straight into the tower. And he will still get the kill into Lion. And there's the sleep from the Bane. And now Bristol rudely wakes him up with some spikes. Things really not going the way of the Dire so far. But like I said, it's going to be very hard for them. If they can hold out though, if they can hold out for probably until the 30-minute mark, that's probably when they're looking to turn it around. You need the RP up, you need the Beastmaster ulti up. Even the Lion Finger of Death is going to help. And you need your OD and your Chaos Knight to really get that farm up. Otherwise, you're not really going to get anywhere. And so the whole point of this kind of draft is to just really go as slow as you can in this game. Viper looks like he'll get a kill on Rue, commits the ulti, but actually a bit of fog playing around there, and Zac, good juke from Rue, and Zac couldn't actually find him, and now he has to back off. It's too risky to go for that kind of play because there could be TPs that come in. And I think I heard, yeah, Chaos Rift and Water, he's going after a Bristleback, but you really can't do that while Potato's there on the Bane. And he gives away another kill. It's 8-2 right now in terms of kills, and you can see Slark, he's very, very strongly out farming that Chaos Knight. 40 last hits in comparison to the 17 of the safe lane CK. And this off lane on the Radiant side have done a very, very good job in ensuring this Chaos Knight cannot farm whatsoever. See Lion actually rotating to the bot lane to help FrozenRaider out a bit. Now he's going to TP back top because he realizes Water, he can't do anything without this Lion. And Zac, he's just creep skipping at the moment, just waiting for him to get close enough. Now a stun comes down to Bane. He actually Chaos Rifts the Viper. OD's here actually, beautiful double stun from the Lion, and they've hexed him up, and oh, beautiful skewer from Rue onto 2. And Zac, he's in trouble. He gets another stun and he'll get taken out. It's a good rotation from the Dire end. My goodness, that's something I wasn't expecting from the Dire this early on. But I mean, double stun, double skewer. It just worked out very, very well for the side of the Dire. And they'll be able to get a few more kills soon if they really try for them. I mean, Beastmaster Ultimate, it's a very good stun. What is that for level 1? It's 3-second stun, guaranteed. So it's a very good stun to have. You have the OD who can dish out all that pure damage using that Arcane Orbs, my apologies. Rue, he has level 6, so he's got the RP up. A lot of damage can be dished out. They just need to be able to chain their skills very well on the dire end. Radiant, not so much. Radiant can just kill whenever they want right now. And look, they're going up to Tango. Tango will Astral and just walk away, though. Potato wasn't in the position to make the sleep happen. Meanwhile, bot lane, Lion has to be very careful. Throws the stun out. Water. I know this man's thinking about it. He's been very aggressive, but he has to realize that his job is to farm right now and farm only. And they'll just try and get back to it. It is a very hard lane for them. You can see FrozenRaider, he's got that level 6 now. This is the point where he should be trying to make some rotations happen. As soon as you hit level 6 on a Beastmaster, it's about time to TP or maybe smoke and go for a kill. Oh, Lion, I think you're in big trouble. There's a stun from Water, but he's surrounded by 3 heroes. Now the stun comes out from Positive Gamer, and Water, I think, is in big trouble. Justin, I don't think he's going to let up here. In fact, he is level 6, so he's going to have that extra speed. He gets the kill with the Quills, and now they're going to get the kill into Lion from Potato. So it's another 2 kills on the safe lane of the Dire that go the way of the Radiant. And Rue, look how low he is. He has to be so careful. 1 Quill and he will die, and in fact he'll just skewer away and make sure that doesn't happen. And again, 10-4 now. Really going the way of the Radiant. And Slark, he's going to have a very fast Shadow Blade. In fact, he went for the Echo Saber first. Now Shadow dances away. Missed the pounce, and as soon as he sees Lion, he thinks, well, this is not worth it. But that being said, VS is here now, and they could really turn something and make something happen. Surprisingly enough, VS has not gone for the level 6 Nether swap. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think swap is good at any level. So you definitely should be getting it at level 6. You never know when it's going to come in handy, and the extra damage is going to come from that stun. 75 damage is not really that big of a deal. Regardless, he's already done it, so we'll see how it works out for him. And there's going to be a rotation here. Lion's coming in. We see OD here as well. So Tango, he wants to make something happen. FrozenRaider, he's got the stun to make it happen as well. He's level 7 now. And looks like there's a loop around from Tango. He'll find the 101 on the Slark. But there's no teammates to back him up. Now Positive Gamer, he might go for a stun and he will. But it's just a bit of harass, I think. There's the Astral. And it's a bit of a setup, but his teammates still aren't there. The Hawk will come out just for scouting purposes because they are planning to go for a kill. Now the Hex comes out and he needs to make the roar happen. There it is. And they'll start hitting up on this. Slark should be dead. He doesn't have Shadow. No, he actually does. It was only a minute cooldown anyway. So it actually came back up. And I think it was just barely that it came up. And they still want to go for more. The Astral comes out, but they're not going to continue chasing. In fact, Bane's TPing in. And we can see another person TPing in as well. It looks like it's the Bristol. In fact, it is. They get the sleep off, but it's on the ball. It's a bit of a misclick from Potato. Now the ulti comes out, though, and he's stuck in place. It should be a kill again for the side of the Radiant. In fact, yeah, the stun comes out from VS, and 101 will get the kill. While all that is happening, though, our man Water, he's getting that farm he needed earlier on. He's trying to get that armlet. This is what he needs to do. He needs to sit back, regardless of what his team's doing, whether they're dying or not. Get the farm that you need and catch up. But this Slark, he's going to have that Shadow Blade very fast, in addition to that Echo Saber, which he already has. And that's going to mean Lion is going to have a hell of a time trying to survive throughout the map. See, Positive Gamer runs past the DD, just pinging it out, but he'll probably grab it himself. In fact, he does. He's going to walk into FrozenRaider, who will have his ult up in about 5 seconds or so. And he's in dangerous territory here. But nobody seems to have seen him drop that ward. So he's gotten away with committing murder right there. And he's got to be thanking his lucky stars. He gets a swap off onto Lion. The pounce misses. Should have waited for the stun, but the Hex comes out. Dark Pack takes the Hex off. The Roar, FrozenRaider was trying to go for it. Now has to back off. Cops a lot of damage from Potato. And close call for Positive Gamer and the Lion, but they both managed to get away with their lives there. That being said, Tango is available. The Hawk will start scouting out where the heroes are. FrozenRaider, but he doesn't have that Roar available, so there's only so much he can do right now. That being said, Mr. Rue, he has the RP, and I don't think it's been used quite yet. In fact, he's also gone for a Midas, so the greedy draft that they already have has gotten even greedier. I don't know about the Midas pickup, but I understand that they already realize they have to go to the later stages of the game to make the win happen. They're definitely not going to win mid game. It has to be later than mid anyway. So he's gone for the Midas because he's planning to get a lot of XP. He wants that XP, he wants that gold as quick as possible. That blink probably would have been more useful, but regardless, he has it now. Oh, there's a Hex onto the Slark. And he'll probably get Astral. No, Shadow Dancer straight away. Now he's going to go into Tango. And Tango, he's been stunned up. He can Astral himself, but he doesn't do so. Now they swap onto FrozenRaider, but they're not going to commit onto him. Rue's there, but he's just a bit too late. And still will have to hold on to that RP until another time. And that's another thing, as I was saying before about the Beastmaster wanting to rotate once he's got that 6. It's the same kind of concept with Rue, who's on the Magnus, especially when he's been jungling. Even if you're gonna one-man RP, it's still a good stun. You just have to make it happen. So go use that RP, get it onto cooldown, and at least you got maybe a kill out of it. Tier 1 tower now will be taken out by Dire, and the Radiant, sorry. Now they're going to go for an RP attempt here. There's actually an ultimate from Viper. The Hex is there. Rue should survive this, but he's going to be very low. Now the stun comes out onto OD. He's in big trouble. Tango, he gets swapped up as well, and he drops the ulti, but it doesn't matter. Not enough in stolen. In fact, I don't know if any was at that point, and he gets killed off. Meanwhile, on the back line, CK's here. They get the kill onto Bane, and they could keep going on this. Now the Raw's available. Justin's there in the front lines, though, and he's making it really hard. I believe there was an RP attempt, and there was, but it was onto a Dark Pacted Slark. Now the Skewer, actually lying, gets a Finger of Death kill off. The stun comes out from VS, and oh my goodness, looking really bad for the Dire right now. It's only 2 to 4, and CK uses the ulti and the Chaos Rift, dealing quite a bit of damage. They don't know which person to hit because the illusions take the same amount of damage. But now they found him. The Chaos Rift means nothing. Double kill for Justin. And I mean, that was a full team wipe right there. And that's just looking even worse for the side of the Dire right now. And the only way they can... I mean, I'm going to look into the net worth graph in just a second. But it's going to look bad. Rue, he's TPing in. There's Tango there as well. The Astral comes out, but I don't think they can defend this. Justin is just so tanky at the moment. He could literally sit there tanking all this, no problem. But they are going to back off because Lion's there now, and he has a disable. Now the Astrals come out. And they're going to look for the chain stun. Oh, beautiful Skewer and the Hex, and he's under the tier 2, and he's copying a lot of damage, Justin, and he will get taken out. That's a big kill. He was an unstoppable streak. That's 566 gold right there. But if we actually look at the gold change, almost a K going the way of the Dire. So it's a big deal to get that kill into Justin. And we'll have a look at that gold wrath now. And you can see 7.5k just about the way of the Radiant. That's a big lead for 15 minutes in. Don't mistake a 15k lead for, sorry, 7.5k lead for something that's not a big deal. It really is. XP, almost 6k. That's also a very big deal. See, Helm of the Dominator picked up by FrozenRaider. I believe there was nerfs to it very recently. They nerfed quite a bit of it. But it's still a decent item. No reason not to get it on a Beastmaster. Positive Gamer has got to be careful. He's by himself. Still though, OD doesn't have that 4-staff he needs to get into that range. See an Echo Saber now, picked up on Rue. He wants to go that kind of man-fighty build that Magnuses can go for. Because they have the Empower. And Magnuses can deal like, they can act like basically a core. Astro Imprisoned Positive Gamer, but Slark's here, and they actually take out Tango 101. He gets roared up, but he had the Dark Pact there, and now he'll keep chasing with the Shadow Dance. And he'll have the Pounce up in just a second, and I think this is a definite kill on FrozenRaider. Yeah, it is. It's another double kill for 101. Justin, he comes into mid. Not going to do too much. Just a bit of, just basically teasing them to try and jump onto him. You can see Slark does have that Shadow Blade now, and we can... CK finally gets the armlet. That armlet is a very good item. especially on a CK. Tanks up your illusions, makes them stronger in terms of how much damage they can deal. This tier 2 bot ain't gonna last very long. Positive Gamer, he's gonna run into water. Water, he's gotta be very careful. A lot of heroes coming in. There's an Astral Imprisonment somewhere in the background. Not sure who it's on. In fact, it was on 101, but I doubt they're gonna try and fight him. Now Justin goes in for a goo attempt. And Rue will just skewer straight out of there. They're pinging that hill, put a ward on there, and VS does do so. And you can see that the positioning of the Radiant right now, they really want to fight. They do not want to back out. And they're waiting on that top of the hill in case they engage on Justin, who will be trying to bait them out. In fact, Justin's actually got a Crimson Guard now as well. So it's going to make it even harder for the side of the die to be able to team fight. Because of that added damage block that Justin's going to provide. They're going to start pushing this tier 2. Oh, there's an ulti from Water. He's going to look for that big Chaos Rift. He throws a stun. It's a 4-second stun onto Bane. And actually, beautiful swap from VS, but he still gets the kill onto Potato. Justin, he's copying a bit of damage himself. There's an RP only onto 1 though. He wants to go for the skewer back. The Raw onto Positive. And there is a skewer back onto Justin. Meanwhile, CK, he's gone onto VS. 101 is actually taking our heroes in the backline. He's got a double kill now. And Water, he's going on to Justin this time. Rue, he's copying so much damage. He will get taken out. Water does end up taking out Justin. But it's going to be another team wipe. And it's not what they wanted, but they still managed to get 2 kills. Almost 4, if you look at the Viper and VS. But they just can't keep up with this team of the Radiant right now. And I'm not sure about taking these team fights. I mean, they've really just got to sit back and try and farm. But they are choosing to fight over farm right now. And I mean, it's not working out too well for them at the moment. But we'll see how it turns out a bit later on. See, Zach, he's actually got the Yasha as well as the Dragonlance now. And he's going straight for the Deso next. Positive Gamer, he's farmed up quite a bit himself. He's going for a Glimmer Cape now, but he's already got the Urn and the Medallion, as well as those Tranquil Boots. See, Bane just got the Arcanes and going for a Glimmer himself. We did see Justin with the Crimson Guard and the Treads, and now 101, he's upgraded that Shadow Blade into a Silver's Edge. So it's a lot more. Meanwhile, Lion, unfortunately, only got the Tranquils and the Wand. We see Blink just picked up on Rue. That's a big deal. So Rue, now he's going to have that perfect initiation. And what you want to do, when you pick up that Blink Dagger, especially if it's this late, you really want to make it a bit of surprise. So generally, right at this point, the idea is smoke up straight away without them knowing you have a Blink on Rue. And surprise the living crap out of them. Get a 3 or 4 man RP. Not even 3 or 4. Maybe even 2. And get some kills going for the team. Then back off and get back to farming. Because they're not going to be able to push. 101. He's going straight onto the OD. But the Astral saves him. Rue's going to come in. He has the RP available if he wants to use it. And he should be doing so, I think. But he does use it. But was the Dark Pack used? No, it wasn't. But the Shadow Dance was there. They can't go on him yet. The stun comes out. It's a 4-second stun. Now the Raw comes out. And they're going to be able to take out 101, I think. The Astral, no, it was dropped from OD. Now Bristol, he's in trouble. The swap out from VS. Now the Astral comes out. Justin, he cops another 4-second stun. Viper's in the background, so Zach, he's going to try and help out. There was the Magnus that went down. Meanwhile, FrozenRaider, he's in big trouble, but he'll back off. And it's currently 2 for 1, so the Dire are in the lead here. And Water, he wants to keep going. Now uses the Reality Rift on the wrong person, really. And Justin, he's tanking as much as he can. Lion, he's in the front lines. He needs to back off, but he does get taken out. And that'll be the end of that one. It's a 2 for 2 trade. But you can see how much gold the Dire got out of that situation. 2k in the way of the Dire. And it's a bit unfortunate that the Lion got taken out at the end, but still, they won that team fight in terms of how much they gained out of that. Now the 4 stuff is up on OD, so we'll be able to position himself a lot better. And especially when that Slark's chasing, once the pounce is gone, at least you can force yourself out of there. Rather than trying to outrun a Slark. My goodness, these tongue twisters. Rue. He's going to find Justin. Not too much he can do about it. But he will take the farm that Justin was trying to take. You can see Lion, he's going for a Blink Dagger himself. He needs to get it basically because they need to change those stuns. So if he's a bit behind in terms of his positioning, at least he can blink in, get the perfect position to get at least a 2-3 man stun. Which is really what he requires in this kind of game where so much is dependent on your team's teamfight capabilities and the coordination. OD. Gonna come and try and defend this lane a bit. Doesn't want to lose another tier 2. They're gonna spot out Lion from the Radiant end. And Viper was pinging it out, but Zach, he's a bit far off. He's actually got the Deso now though. So a lot more damage coming out from this Viper. You can see the Radiant feeling very confident. Actually just farming the Dire jungle, which is exactly what you want to do. You take that economy away from the other team. And there's going to be another team fight here. Water, he's going straight in onto the Bristleback, but Justin's the worst target they can go for. And that Crimson Guard was used. That being said, he's lost half his HP. Now he might actually go down because Tango's there as well. Good swap out, and actually Justin walks away from all this. Positive Gamer, he's going to walk away himself. 101 takes out the OD. Now he'll take out Water, I think. He'll back off just in time, and Zach will take care of the rest of the job. So that swap actually saved them, and Rude tries to come in. He has the RP, now has no mana. And Lion, I don't know, he probably shouldn't have walked in there, but he gets taken out at the end of the day. And that's probably not what he wanted. Looks like there's just a lot of confusion going from the side of the Dire. They just don't know what to do in these situations. Ultimately, the ultimate tip here is do not fight without the Magnus. Just do not fight. If the RP isn't available, do not engage. Especially if it's going to be like against 5, just do not engage. You can make a gank onto one hero as long as you have the Beastmaster. But just do not engage into a team fight unless Magnus is ready with his RP and is in position to make it happen. Otherwise, you're guaranteed going to lose. Regardless, we see FrozenRaider. He's got the Vladimirs now. Water, he's going for a heart. I see this a lot with CKs. They get an armlet and then they go straight for a heart. Look, I think heart is a very, very late game item. It doesn't offer so much at this stage of the game. Of course, if you get the heart, it makes you a lot tankier. You can always walk out of a fight for a few seconds, reset, and come back in with that imbalanced heal that it provides. But I mean, what does it really offer? Because all they're gonna have to do is take out the rest of the heroes around you, and then just slowly take you out. I don't know if I agree with that build. But we'll see how Water pulls it off if he does do so. Positive Gamer, he's got the full Solar Crest now, so that evade gonna come into play as well. And he's doing a good job of de-warding. If you look at all the wards on the map right now, they're all Dire wards, or all Radiant wards, my apologies. No, my apologies, they are Dire wards. My goodness. Apparently I can't tell the difference between green and red. Positive Raider and Water, we're pushing. That being said, 101 is here, and they're going to go into FrozenRaider. It is the easier kill to go for. Looks like 101, he wants to go for a bit more, and he'll go straight into Water. And Water will have to turn around and team fight. The stun does get target backed off, but it'll just TP away. FrozenRaider will get taken out regardless. So I suppose at the end of the day, it was the right play from 101 to try and go for the extra kill. Unfortunately for him, the CK did actually have a TP available and thought quick and you know, just TP it straight out. Magnus actually got a Hyperstone. So he's going for an Assault Cuirass next. So this is like a full battle style Magnus, which I've seen work many times. It's just I'm not sure. Like, you need to land a very good RP to make it happen. Like, I feel like if this Magnus can just land a massive RP, that will change the whole world for them. The tier 3 gonna start getting pushed. There's the Astral from Tango. And Justin, he's just gonna start throwing those quills and goos out. And they managed to take out the creep wave, but the next one's here and ready to go. And Justin, he's just so confident. He's actually got the Shivers Guard now as well. Skewer out straight away from Rue. And they have to use that Shrine immediately. Now the Crimson Guard comes out. And it's going to make it even harder. They're probably going to want to wait till it wears off. And Justin, he's just going to walk straight in. This man, he doesn't have anything to be afraid of. That being said, oh, beautiful RP onto 3. And they're going to have to skewer with them back, but the skewer's not available, but the drop's there from OD, and Tango is dealing so much damage on the Positive Gamer. The fingers there, they take VS out. There's actually 3 out right now. And 101, I think he might get taken out. No, Justin gets taken out first. 101, he managed to get the OD as well, but this is absolutely massive. 101, he's in big trouble, and that's a full team wipe. And that's what you needed. That is exactly what you needed in that team fight. You needed to get that massive RP. 3 heroes get taken out pretty much immediately. The only ones left are Justin and 101 on the Slark, and they just... I mean, what are they going to do? Justin's pretty much past his peak at this point. As a Bristol, the Quills can only do so much. And Slark, yeah, he can deal a hell of a lot of damage, but if it's 5v1, I mean, what can you do? He's got the Lincoln Sphere as well, but it didn't really help out too much in that team fight. Lion taking advantage straight away, placing those wards down while he can. That's exactly what support players need to do as well. As soon as you win a team fight like that, start taking map control immediately. And good on Lion for doing that. Water, he's got to be careful. He's by himself. Justin, he can slow him down quite a lot with that goo and just slowly take him out. And Water, he probably needs to turn around and chuck a stun here. He's copying too much damage now. He'll throw a stun in 3 seconds and he'll just TP away, and that should be enough. And obviously we can't forget you can armlet toggle while you're TPing anyway, so he could have always turned that on, which he did at the end of the day. For that extra HP that he needed. And look at that, he does have the heart now after that team fight. And look, it is going to make a difference. I just don't think... I think there's better items the CK can go for. But, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, he's a tanky, you know, he's a tanky hero now. Very tanky hero. Aegis is claimed by 101. They take the Roshan. They're going to go for another attempt at that Rax. Now, mind you, they did manage to get the melee Rax. Water, he gets swapped and stunned up. He is very tanky, though, but 101 misses the jump in. Now, Rue's here. He has to go for an RP. He gets another 3-man RP, and this is going to turn it around straight away. Positive Gamer manages to take out the CK in the background. Justin, he's taken out. Now they'll turn around, and I think Potato's in big trouble. 101, he's in biz at the moment. He's going to start attacking again. Beautiful skew, and 101 is left by himself, and the Aegis is gone. And now, he comes back, but he's all by himself, and the Silver's Edge isn't available. And that's a 4-man wipe. These RPs, Rue is doing a great job at the moment. And unfortunately the CK did die, but still 1 for 4. You can't really complain about that. And what we haven't looked at, and I'll have a look in about 30 seconds once it's updated, the net worth graph, has it changed? Because these fights have been massive for the side of the die. In fact, look at Magnus. He's holding 4k at the moment. Poor man doesn't know what to do with it. FrozenRaider. He's going for the very late Necros, which is still fine. It still offers that capability to give True Sight against the Slark as well. And mostly what a Beastmaster wants to do is have that push capability. And they do deal a hell of a lot of damage. Look at this tier 3 absolutely melting at the moment. Question is, are they going to keep going for the racks? It looks like they're thinking about it. And no, it's a bit too dangerous. Now, FrozenRaider, he's been caught out, and he'll get taken down for staying a bit too long. At the very least, he'll get his Necro 1. And they're looking for more pickoffs. Positive Gamer, he does have the swap available, but he's out of range for the line, and he'll manage to blink out of there. And Water. Oh, Water, he's found a double damage rune. Oh, and he's found somebody. He's found the Positive Gamer, in fact. And Viper's in the background, but it's not really doing too much. And Rue, he'll just want to back off. He has the RP. He actually gets a 2-man RP there. And he's turning around trying to fight. There's a stun onto the Viper. And Water, he wants to man fight this. Now the skewer back. Bane is using the ulti onto Rue. And I think he's dead. Now 101's there as well. Water, he's in big trouble. Tango's come in though. Drops the ulti a bit too early. No damage there. And he wants to take out Zac, but Zac's just going to force stuff out. And that's 3 dead. Water probably shouldn't have stuck around like that. I know he had the double damage, but too many heroes up and ready to go. And look, at the end of the day, they have their buybacks available, but I mean, you don't want to expend it because of a silly mistake like that. This could be a second Rax that they've lost now. And he will have to buy back, and OD doesn't want to quite yet. Rue gets a skewer back into the tier 4 towers. That's massive. And 101, he gets taken out from the line, Finger of Death. And looks like Water wants to keep going. Actually gets another kill straight onto Potato. Very quickly, in fact. And this is actually massive because they have no buybacks. And this is the point where they should be pushing that mid, but they probably don't realize that there's no buybacks available. In fact, they're going to keep chasing after Viper. But Viper's really creating that space and the time that they need for the respawns to come up. Now he uses the ulti onto Rue. And Rue wants to keep chasing this. They might manage to get the kill, actually. Is there a rule available on FrozenRaider? No, there isn't. Oh, they actually do find the Vengeful Spirit, and he'll be caught out. And there's no way he's going to get out of this one. And he's lost all his mana as well, so he will get taken out. Water. They should be able to get this mid-Rax at least. They've got plenty of time to do it. And let's have a look at that net worth now. It's been jumping, but surprisingly still in the way of the Radiant. Like, the XP is pretty much even now. They'll get a quick Rax, and they'll get the hell out of there. And we should mention, because it's probably unfair that I haven't quite yet, but Rue is at the top of the net worth. Now, it's very rare you see Magnus at the top of the net worth. He's now got a Crystallis as well, trying to get that Daedalus, and is very close to having it. Now, generally I advise to keep for buyback. I think Rue has a different idea. And I like Rue's thinking. Because this means it's going to be even more entertaining when he crits for like 1k to the whole team. And cleaves 1k to the whole team using that Empower. It's like 101 though. He's looking for, yep, the Daedalus is there. Not messing around. 101, he's looking for some kind of pick off here with the Silver's Edge. About to run out. He's going to find FrozenRaider. No, but he will back off. And they're just going to wait up the hill to see if somebody's going to walk back. Which they eventually have to, right? Oh, and a quick blink from Rue. Almost got caught out. Now, Water, he realizes what's going on. He finds Positive Gamer. But it's probably not the best time to go for a kill when there's so many heroes around your area. And he will juke it out and probably try and TP away. Should mention there is a Moonshard coming out onto the CK. He's only got one Hyperstone so far, trying to get the next one. Good TP out from Water. Manages to get himself away from that situation. Necro 3 is available on FrozenRaider as well. Rue, as we saw, has got the full Daedalus now. I'm intrigued to see what's after this Daedalus. What he's going to get rid of. He's going to get rid of the Midas, we know that. But what's after that? See, Lion, he's going for that Aghanim Scepter, so the AoE Finger of Death. That is a very good item to go for. Let's say you know, with that top Rax that you've already lost, because the Finger of Death becomes a 20-second cooldown with that Aghanim Scepter, you can literally just Finger of Death the creep wave, kill them all in one Finger of Death, and you'll have your ulti up in 20 seconds. Not to mention, if Rue gets another amazing RP, they're all copying a Finger of Death to the face. Or somewhere else. With no lubrication. So, they've got to be very careful here. Now, there is a Glimmer Cape up on the Bane. There's a Glimmer Cape up on Positive Gamer as well. So, they're prepared. If things go wrong, they have the capability to back the hell out. Justin, he's got a Blade Mail now. Realizing that he wants to shift that damage back to the CK when he's getting whacked to all high heaven. And a Basher finally up on 101. Who deviated from that because he wanted the Lincoln Sphere. Now Water, he's going to be the target for 101. He makes the jump straight away. The pounce there as well. And 101, I don't think he's scared at the moment. He's just going to man fight this. But that being said, there are teammates from the Radiant coming in. Now Water, he's in big trouble and he'll get taken out at the end. 18 Essence Shift stack stolen. That's 54 agility. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like Rue, he's found himself Zac, and they'll take him out, so it's a bit of a trade. It's a 1-for-1 at the least. They're going to have to go back and defend this. And I don't believe the RP was used. In fact, it wasn't, so he still will have that available. 101. He wants to go for another kill to be able to force this Rax to happen. And it's going to be on Rue, and the VS is there, throws the stun to the line to make sure there's no kind of no bothering this Slark. RP used, and he'll try and skewer away. Rue's in big trouble here, though. Actually gets the blink out, so he'll be okay. Now FrozenRaider, he's caught up by the Bane, and he will get taken out. Now Potato, he's been hexed up, and Lion, oh, he didn't blink up the hill, and he's been swapped up, and now he's dead as well, and there's no buybacks available. Oh, this is looking really bad for the die right now. And the fortification is used, but I can't imagine they can save this Rax. There's no RP available as well, so he's going to have to create some magic on this Magnus. He gets a skewer onto the tier 4s. Dealing quite a bit of damage. The ulti drop from Tango. They actually managed to take out the Slark. That's very surprising. And Positive Gamer wanted to go for the last hit. Actually missed the tower from the downhill. And he might lose his life for this. He uses the Glimmer Cape. Also has the 4-staff, mind you. And we'll get away with that. And I honestly can't believe that Slark died. Tango, though, I've got a comment. Sanity's Eclipse, every time he's used it, has been way too early. Like, he's rushing it. You need to hold on until you hit them a few times with Arcane Orb. Still a bit more in. And so they lose the in, you gain the in. And then the damage is much more. And because you have the Assault Cuirass on Rue, that attack speed is jumped up. And don't forget, Beastmaster has that aura as well, the Inner Beast. So you have a pretty fast attack speed. Just sit there and right click for a bit. And then when things aren't going the best, then you drop it. But not straight away. Just a quick tip. Just in case, you know, you hadn't noticed that. Anyway. Moving on. No second Rax taken quite yet. It is a 1-for-1. That tier 3 mid is about to fall. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa right now. Has there been any item progression? There's a Hooded Defiance, but that doesn't mean too much anymore onto Justin. Looks like he might be going for a pipe. Zac has got an Eye of Skadi as well. So it does tank him up quite a bit, and he's going for a Manta style next. See Bane, he got the Blink Dagger, he got the Aether Lens, so that's why he's able to ulti from so far away. 4-staff is available on Positive Gamer, as we saw before. And looks like both teams are thinking about going for the Roshan, but being very cautious, because if they lose a team fight here, they could lose a game. And this is one of the worst teams to try and fight in a Roche pit with, because there's so many abilities that work so well for them when they're in a tight position. 101, he's shown himself. They know he's there. Do they want to make a go on it? I think CK wants it. Water, he's going to use the ulti and he's going in. Justin will be the first target. He's losing his HP so fast. In fact, he just blows up. And I don't think they can go any further with this. 101, he's in the Roche pit trying to survive. Viper, he's in massive trouble. He'll get taken out. Now, Positive Gamer, there is a hold from the Bane, but Bane's in big trouble. Positive Gamer, he 4-staffs out, but Bane's definitely dead here. And yeah, he'll get, I mean, we didn't even see what happened, but he just got slapped by Water. And I think some of his teammates are saying, let's take Roshan because they're backing up. But Water, he's got those illusions up. It's best to take advantage of them as much as you can because they deal a hell of a lot of damage. Not to mention those Necro 3s. And are they actually just going to go for the Ancient? I think they just might. There's nothing really stopping them. The buybacks come out. Now Positive Gamer, he gets roared up from the FrozenRaider. The Shiver's Guard comes out. Beautiful stun from the line onto 3. The swap onto FrozenRaider. He will get taken out and they'll have to back off, I think. There is a double damage available on Tango, who's TPing away, unfortunately. CK, he's in big trouble here. And they're not going to really help him out. And now they're going to chase this Lion, who I think he has the blink soon, so he'll be able to get out of there. Yeah, and he'll be okay. And Water saying GG end. Is that a bait? Or is he being legit? Oh, and actually they've caught up onto Lion. I wasn't expecting them to actually catch up, but they managed to catch up to Lion. CK has the buyback available. And we have an OD who has a Hex now. That's a pretty big item. There's the buyback from the CK. And I think Rue's had a relatively tough time this game. Not very happy. Wants to wait for that ulti. Rue, he'll use that Empower on the CK now. He's looking for that ultimate. The BKB used. Still hasn't found the RP quite yet. Justin's in the middle of everything. Gets the RP onto 2. And I think these two are 100% dead here. Yeah, the beautiful ulti from the OD. Now 101. He's been caught out. Beautiful roar from FrozenRaider. And they'll take it out. That's 3 dead. Slark and VS still have the buyback available. Meanwhile, looks like Rue was trying to find somebody. The Viper TP'd out, I think. Yeah, he did. And they're going to start pushing that mid again. And this will force the buyback. The first one comes out from VS. And Slark will definitely have to buy back. But they've lost the Bristol the whole... Like, he will not be able to buy back. That is a big loss. Especially all those auras he provides to his team. Even if he can't deal much damage, those auras are a big deal. And I think they're just thinking about going straight for the Ancient. The ulti is available in the CK, and he can melt these towers so fast. And look at that, with the auras that the Beastmaster has, and Rue, he can just melt these. 101, he comes in, but he's been stunned up. Now the Shadow Dance used immediately, and he's going to start going onto water. But he's so tanky in Rue, he gets swapped up, but they still can't kill him. The Nightmare onto FrozenRaider, but he's still surviving through this. Now the Roar comes out, and Bane, he's in massive trouble. In fact, he gets critted and taken out. And actually, there's 3 dead for the Radiant. Water managed to take out the Slark as well, and that's GG well played. My goodness, how the tide has turned. And they actually managed to finish out the game, and like I said, if you get the Magnus to get a few good RPs off, and you get the CK farmed, I mean, nothing's really going to stop you. And the game went late enough that it was too late for the Radiant's draft to make something happen. And Tango nicely just tips water. And they tip each other. That's very sweet. There's a bit of bromance there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. It has been Michael Phoenix. I hope you enjoyed. Look, if you didn't, like I said, just tell me straight out. Give me all the criticism you want. As harshly as you want. I will take it and improve. Otherwise, if you liked it, consider subbing to the YouTube, following the Twitch, and following me at MLP Dota on Twitter. It really shows a bit of support. Otherwise, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys have a great day or night, wherever you are and whatever time it is. It's 1 o'clock for me, so I'll probably go to sleep. Yeah, look, guys, thank you very much. You guys have a great night ahead. Thank you.